G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, I just want to give you another little tiny little update about some another little tweak that I've done in the room. Acoustically, which has made quite a big difference, and you can probably see behind me here. Now, what used to be there, and still is there actually, but it's just buried behind some acoustic absorption or diffusion, is my 75-inch television. So what I've done is I've hung a white cloth, which you can probably just see. Let me try and get it on the camera there. So that goes right around the back, and you can see how that is stepped. I'm using the same acoustic absorption and diffusion in front there. And you can see that it's essentially a stepped arrangement if we look around the back there. So I mean, from the shots, it probably looks like one big panel, but it's made a huge difference by stepping that panel forward. It's done a lot to help the soundstage depth in the room. I had a very trusted friend of mine, Travis, over a couple of nights ago, and his comment to me was, "This is the best my system has ever sounded to him," and he was blown away by what he was hearing. I think that's not too strong a term. I'm sure if he gets on here and he can comment with his own words, but he was in here and we were listening to quite a lot of stuff, and I wanted his ears to have a listen to this thing I've got under the blanket here. So we've been doing a fair bit of sort of testing with that, and in essentially in the room now. The room just sounds that little bit more alive than it did before by virtue of just where I've placed things. Now, I've sort of spoken about that in an earlier video, but this is the sort of final tweak. The only other thing that I may still be doing, and that is up here in the corners here, I may put some trapping in here as well, like another diaphragmatic bass trap like this up in the corners, and I'll remove the surround speakers, which are no longer in use in this room, and do the same thing in these corners up here, so that I'm essentially replicating what's going on right up into the corners here on the front wall. So that's sort of what's happening in here. It's definitely improved even further. Some of the next clips you hear will be as this room's set up now, and it's certainly, I think, translating in the room. A lot of people are going, "Oh, it's the gear, it's whatever you've got under that blanket." I can assure you it's not. It is, when I put the playback design stack back into the equation, it's stunningly good in here. So it's definitely an audible improvement in room acoustics, and it's just really, really super important. As I said, I bang on about this a bit, and really no truer word is said than the room is the body of the instrument to which you listen to your sound system in. If you don't get the room right, how can you expect your sound system to ever sound as good as it can? And I'm unlocking more insight into the presentation by virtue of what I'm doing in the room acoustically. The system is sounding more involved, more musical, more detailed, more of all the things, the metrics that we look for in what a good system should sound like, a good curated system should be. So that's essentially what's happening in here. I thought I'd just bring you a little short video and explain that change there, which has made a substantial difference to the room, as well as the moving around of the absorption and trapping as I've done. It's quite really nice in here now. It's as good as I think I'll ever get this room. The only other thing I might play with at some point is possibly some clouds up here on the ceiling at first points of reflection off the tweeter. That could be a possibility at some point. I don't know whether I'm going to get much more out of this room than what I've got. It is a very nice room to be in. It's certainly very pleasurable to listen to music in, and just wanted to bring you the latest about what's happening in here. I'm sort of in here. This is literally, I'm going to record this and then I'm going to send it straight out to you all. I'm sitting in here on on a Monday night in the room listening to music. Just thought I should let you know exactly what's happening in here. So if you like what I'm doing, don't forget, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I really want to grow an Aussie audiophile family, and the only way I can do that is if I get your support. So subscribing to the channel is all I ask. It costs you nothing to do it, and it means a lot to me. So until we talk again, bye for now.